Welcome back. It's officially episode 9
of Not My Cup of Tea.
Yes. And today's title / topics is horror versus gore, psychics, and more.
I was like, Lex, you gotta say it.
It's a little tongue twister.
It is a tongue twister. I was like practicing it a couple of times and it wasn't happening.
Yeah. It's a rough one to say. But it's in celebration of Halloween. That is actually, by the time that this gets uploaded, it's going to be about a week and a half away.
Yeah.
So that's wild. What a year. What a year it has been.
What a year.
What's a year?
What a year. Today, this episode is sponsored by Stella. Was it Stella?
Stella Rosa.
Stella Rosa Red Apple, but not really.
So, we're going to start off this episode with the horror versus gore because I feel like we really need to explain ourselves. So, horror versus gore, what inspired us with this topic is 1000% Halloween costumes.
Yes.
Halloween costumes is what inspired this topic because, let's face it, there's 2 categories. Well, I'll say 3 categories of Halloween costumes.
So you go slutty.
There's the sleuths.
The sleuths.
The sleuths.
Gore.
There's the gore. And there's the comics. The ones that go the funny route.
And you could also go the couple route.
I feel like usually that falls under comics, though. Comics or, like, gore because they go with, like, a scary movie theme or something.
Makes sense.
Or it could actually, you know what, couples can fall under either one of those 3 because some go as whores, too. It'll be like a cop and a jailer or something.
True.
Little sleuths.
Fucking plug in an outlet.
Fucking car in a garage.
Oh, that's a horror story for Alexis right there.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
That's her different day. That's her different day. That's really when we go in depth about our worst fears. That's what we'll talk about.
And it's going to be great when you realize how dramatic she's being about that right now.
Am I?
Greatest fears.
I mean, I lived it, so you're right. It wouldn't be a fear anymore. So, I don't know. I'm for sure being dramatic, but it's fine. But, okay, so with the horrors versus gores, I definitely feel like every single year, you see nurses. You see cops that are dressed like hookers.
Yes. Guilty.
You see, love that. You see, what are other ones? Like genies?
Genies. I feel like we definitely see like a lot of Mario and Luigi's.
Mario and Luigi's. That's a big one.
That is a big one.
I feel like I see a lot of bananas.
The cats.
And, like, hot dogs.
The cats.
Oh my god, the bunnies.
Cats. The bunnies.
Fucking bunnies.
The mouses.
The mouses. The mice.
The mice.
Yeah. It's for sure, there's a lot of those out there. But I think, like, honestly, like, Halloween is a one time of year where it is fully 1000% acceptable to have your tits out, your ass out for all the world to see, and there's little to no judgment. You know what I mean? I mean, if you, like, literally are wearing, like, a thong, I might judge you a little because, like, what the fuck?
I think that's a little too much.
But, like, if you want to dress for like a hoe for one night, I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad about it either.
I'm not mad about it. And then also with like the gory looks, there's some people that do super, super dope gory looks.
Some of the makeup looks I see that make it look like they have like 6 eyes or like blood like running down their face or their faces are cut in half. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The most I could give myself is like a black eye.
You know, for me being into makeup, special effects just isn't my thing. It's just not. I know a lot of people that are actually really good at it. That I could probably, I think if I really sat down and tried, I think I could figure it out and like accomplish something. Maybe not like anything crazy, but I think I could like accomplish something, but I've just never really like sat down and attempted it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say like gore is not for me personally, but for the people who do it, it looks super dope. And I love it. Yeah.
When did you, like, what age were you when you started dressing, like, slutty for Halloween?
You know what's crazy is, okay, so my dad was crazy.
Okay.
And I have little sisters. I have 3 little sisters. So whenever I wanted to, like, go out for Halloween, it was always, like, I had to take my sisters trick-or-treating, right?
Oh, my God.
So I was never really, like, able to, like, dress like a whole-ass sloop, like, if I wanted to. And finally, like, I want to say maybe my sophomore year of high school, I was finally able to go out for Halloween and, like, not have to take my sisters anywhere. But, like, obviously I couldn't, like, dress crazy while I was leaving the house. So, like, I remember vividly, I think it was my junior year. My sophomore year, honestly, I think I just, like, made something up. But my junior year, I wore, like, half of an Alice in Wonderland costume. And when I say half, I mean literally half, because, like, I didn't have the top part. It was just the skirt, and I wore, like, this black bralette thing.
Oh, my God.
And it was just disturbing for a 16-year-old to be walking around like that. But fuck it, you know?
Oh, my God.
And then my senior year, I dressed up as Batgirl.
That's cute.
But when I tell you my ass is out, my ass is out.
I love
that. But best believe my dad never saw me leave the house.
Oh, of course not.
I might as well have been dressed as a whole ass nun. Like, I was in sweatpants and a shirt. Like, there was no.
Because you're basically wearing underwear underneath. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to hide it.
Mm-hmm.
It was conceal, don't feel.
God,
you know, like
so
Frozen.
Don't feel the shame.
Don't feel the shame that your father will give you.
Dude, I wasn't allowed to dress like that literally until my dad was, like, out of the house. Like, divorced and out of the house. Like, there was no way I would have been able to do it. I remember I was, like, a referee in high school. But the outfit wasn't that bad. It was a tad short. But whatever, I felt cute. I'm surprised my mom let me go like that. Bless her soul. Mm-hmm. And then another year I was a cop. And that was pretty... She was pretty scandalous.
Love that.
But I feel like after I got into, like, a relationship, I did, like, a lot of, like, more couple-themed Halloween costumes. So, and it's, like, weird enough, I feel like the slut level just went, like, low.
Yeah.
Like.
You know what? I only did, me and my ex were together for a while. We were together for what, like 5 years? The fact that I even had to think about that for a second. We were together for 5 years, and we only did one couple's costume. Because I never got Halloween off for work, and it was rare when he had it off. And one year, oh my God, it was the year that we became friends. Halloween 2017 or 2018, whatever it was.
Oh, yeah, you were Harry Potter.
Yeah, he was Harry Potter, and I was Hermione, and... Yeah, that costume is dope. I only got to wear it for, like, a few hours because I was literally throwing up.
I honestly hope you threw it away.
I didn't. I didn't throw up on myself.
Oh, okay.
I got a little bit on the shirt, and I threw away the shirt. But, like, the robe and everything, I kept that shit. I think it's, like, upstairs, actually, in my closet. Maybe I'll whip it out this year. Who knows?
You should.
But that was the only couple's costume I did. Besides that, like, I never really did Halloween. Even last year, I don't think I did anything for Halloween. I had to work.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember.
So I just don't really dress up. Like, I'll do cool, like, well, I don't know if they're considered cool, but, like, I do, like, makeup looks for work, but
oh, yeah.
I never really get the chance to, like, fully dress up. So there's that. This year, we're doing borderline regular. I don't know what you would call it, but...
I know, so I went to one Halloween party so far. Shout out to Meeks.
Yes.
And I was a witch, and I liked how, like, you know what? It wasn't too frisque. Like, boobs are up a little bit. I was wearing some fishnets, and I think that was, like, you know, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I think that's acceptable. I think anything's acceptable on Halloween. Like, honestly, fuck it. Like, and then you know what?
Fuck it, exactly.
I really want to be something funny, but I never feel like I find anything that's funny enough without being, like, cringy. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like corny.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. When I find that costume, though, someday, best believe I'm wearing it for, like, 4 years straight.
Oh, my God.
Like, I'm happy.
There's this guy that I know. He's a Twinkie. Every year.
Love that.
Every fucking year. I haven't even known the guy that long, maybe a couple years. But his friends have told me, like, even before, like, I've known him, he's been a Twinkie every single year.
We love to see
like,
it.
the big costume that takes up, like, your whole body.
Yes.
Like,
where's Twinkie Man at?
I don't know.
We need him here right now.
You better come through.
Oh my god. Yeah, I love it.
So I appreciate like the effortlessness in that.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I never really put a lot of thought into costumes because I never really had the opportunity to dress up. But that's going to start changing in the upcoming years.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go full Vanessa Hudgens. Like, that bitch snatched. Every Halloween. Snatched. Halloween. You know what? One of my favorite Hollywood couples, like, costumes was when Sophie Turner and, oh my God,
Jonas.
Joe Jonas dressed up as Morticia and, what's the dad's name? Oh my God. I don't know, but from the Addams Family.
Yeah. Oh,
that was
yeah, they looked
super
good.
dope. Yeah, they looked so good. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, snatched. Not I.
So me and Lex have some stories about like or an experience, we should say, with like a psychic. And I personally, from my experiences, do believe in them. Mm-hmm. What do you say?
I've been actually to a couple psychics. I've been to 3 total. And each one told me similar things. And the last one literally made me cry because of what she said. So I definitely believe that they're real. But I also believe that, like, if you don't go to the right kind, it could lead you down, like, a really dark path. So I definitely think you need to do your research in that sense in order to
not
make
just
sure.
Go to the one, like, on Central Avenue.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Don't just go because they have the palm in the front and it says palm reader. Like,
yes. Yeah.
You know? Like, absolutely. Actually do your research. Look up some reviews. I don't know. I don't even know how you would research that, but, like, for sure, it can be sketch. It can be sketch.
I went to one, and I absolutely believe that she has, like, a gift. Like, I really do. Because she is, like, my cousin and her sister and her mom, like, they go to her, like, religiously. Like, she's, like, the family psychic for them. Like, she was at the wedding. Like, they've been keeping in touch with her for years. Whenever, like, they meet, like, a new guy or, like, you know, whatever it may be, they're like, okay, what do you think of him? Or how's he going to, you know, fit in? Or, like, they literally go to her for absolutely everything. And she's scary on point. Like, she's predicted so many things, and it all happens. Like, maybe not right away. They'll be really confused, like, what are you talking about? And then, like, weeks or months later, it'll happen. Crazy. And I swear, I'm not full of shit. Like, I would not, like, bullshit you guys. Like, I swear. Like, she's right. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I've never been to a psychic before. I'm going to go to her, see what she has to say. And then she read my palms. And then she told me things about myself that I've never really talked to anyone else about. And she didn't even really know, like, me or my family. So there's no way for her to have known the things that she said. And after I saw her, I was shook. Like, I cried. Yeah. I was like,
seeing a psychic
scary.
Really, like, yeah.
It kind of messed me up for a minute. And then after that, I was like, I don't want to. She was a very nice lady. She's a very, very, very nice lady. But I was like, no offense, I don't want to see you again like that. Mm-hmm. Like, it messed me up. I was like, I feel like I need to cleanse myself.
Yeah, I feel like you have to be very, like, not to say that you're not, but I feel like you have to be very, like, ready and, like, strong mentally in that aspect to be able to handle whatever it is they throw at you. Because they could throw, like, literally anything at you.
Do you think it's, like, I guess I'll say, do you think it's a sin to hear about, like, your future? Or what, like...
Oh my God, dude, I thought we were about to get murdered. Did you hear that?
I did.
Oh my God.
I knew it was Max going to see him from here.
It's crazy. I definitely believe that, like I said, it could lead you down a really dark path. And there's a reason why we're not supposed to know those things. Mm-hmm. And we're not supposed to look for those things. But at the same time, I think just as, like... just being human, you want to know at least, or you want to, like, you know, have, like, some type of, what is he doing? You want to have, like, some type of hint of what your future is going to look like, or what you need to do differently, especially when you're going through a hard time. Like, the biggest thing you want to do is know when you're going to get out of it. And I think that's when a lot of people turn to seeing a sidekick, and I feel like that's the worst time.
So do you think that it's almost like you got to be a little desperate?
I think
maybe
if you want to see a psychic, you should be in one of the best places that you can possibly be in. Because I think if you're going just to see them because you're desperate, you're going to try to look for answers in places where there's not necessarily any.
Yeah.
But I definitely had some crazy ass experiences. So I'm going to just tell a little story. One of the psychics that I saw, it was the last one that I had seen. I have like very vivid dreams. Like I could remember almost all of my dreams that like I have.
Can't relate.
It's crazy. It was so bad to the point where I had like actually went to the doctors and I was like, dude, I feel so tired all the time. Like I'll sleep for literally 12 hours and I feel like I got like 2 hours of sleep. And they basically told me that, like, when I go to sleep, because my dreams are so vivid and my brain is basically still awake, even though my physical body is, like, resting. Okay. So when I wake up, I'm not fully, completely rested because my brain's still, like...
working.
Yeah, it's still acting like I'm, like, in the dream. Mm-hmm. So I had this dream a couple days before I went to go see the psychic, and it was a reoccurring dream. I had it, like, the same dream, like, every night for, like, 3 nights. And it was, like, me in this house that I had never really, like, seen before. And it was, like, super random. Like, I was at, like, a party or something, and there was, like, a book on the table, and then there was this picture of, like, an angel in the background. And when I went to see the psychic, she was like, oh, like, you know, they're giving you signs. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, giving me signs? And it was like so crazy because the book that was on the table was a Bible, and it was like so crazy because I'm not super...
good sign, right? Because Bible, angel,
no, 100%. But I was still super confused. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, are you shitting me right now? Like, you know? And so she was like, no, they're giving you signs, like, in your dreams, or like when you're awake and you're walking past something, like they're giving you signs, you know? And I was just like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand, you know? So she was like, just, like, open your eyes, basically, more to what they're trying to tell you, to what they're trying to say. So I was like, okay. So then she tells me all this, like, she told me all this other stuff, but, like, I'm specifically going to talk about this instance. And she told me, like, whether it's going back to church and, like, or, like, what is it? Like revisiting your faith or like whatever, because I'm not a super religious person, but I feel like at that point in time, especially with like faith, I was really, really lost. Oh, okay. And I haven't really felt like
questioning
that.
Things?
Yes. Like, okay. Like big time. And I haven't really felt like that since then. But at that specific time, I was just like, I don't know. Like, is there a God? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that kind of stuff. And so she was like, they're trying to give you signs. Like, and then she kept on saying that. And she was just like, just look out for the signs. Like, whether it be, like, a church or, like, you know, whatever. Like, just look out for the signs. So then, craziest fucking shit. Literally not even a week later, me and my ex we lived on this street. Mind you, we had lived at this house already for, like, a year and a half, 2 years. And we decided to go the back way. And for whatever reason, we turned down this street that we never, ever, 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 ever turned down. Like, ever. And it's not even 2 minutes from our house. But we just never come from that way. So we never turned down this street. We turned down this street, and I'm looking out the window, and I'm kind of not really paying attention, but then I kind of am. I'm looking out the window, and I, like, see a church, and then I kind of look away, and then I, like, look back at the window super fast. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And then he was like, what? Lord. So I look back, and I look at the church, and I'm like, that's the church that I used to go to when I was, like, a little kid. Like, my grandma used to take me there. And it was, like, my favorite. Out of all the churches I had ever been to, that was my favorite church. But my grandma had stopped going there because she had moved farther out or farther away from, like, that area. And it was just too long of a drive at that point, so she found another church. But I was like, dude, that's the church that I used to go to as a little kid. Like, that's so crazy. Like, what the fuck, you know? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, where are we? Like, I was like, where are we? Like, geographically, I'm so confused. And then we literally pulled into, like, our like, parking lot area not even a minute later. And I was like, dude, it is so close. That is so weird. We've lived here for a year and a half. And little did I know, like, my childhood church is right there. And in my dreams, I've literally been having dreams of angels and Bibles. Like, what the fuck, you know?
Did you go to church?
And then, yeah. So I told him, I was like, you know what? Like, I really want to go. Like, let's go. And I was having some just issues with just like family and communicating with them and understanding like their point of view and like stuff like that. And when we had went into church, the very first sermon was like about forgiveness and like about like reconnecting with people that like you weren't connected with and stuff. And I was just like, dude, this is so crazy. And then what's even crazier is that night, like I had a dream again, and like it was the same setting, like literally the same exact setting, except in my dream, in the picture, the angel winked at me.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it wasn't like an evil wink. It was like a good job wink, like you got it type of thing, you know. Okay. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like it was just the trippiest thing ever. And that wasn't even like all that she said. That was just like one thing that she had said that like panned out, but like it was so crazy. And then you know what's something I never told my ex this, like ever, but one thing that she told me is that he wasn't the one. And I cried like a fucking baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then I went to the car because he wasn't in there with me when I did it, but he came with me. And I went to the car and he was like, how was it? And like I told him everything else, but I didn't tell him that part. And yeah. And then look at us now. Like,
that's so funny. Crazy. When I saw the psychic that I went to, I asked, of course, because like you're gonna ask, you know? And she was like, I don't know, this guy's kind of like a tire. It's like a loose tire. Like I really can't tell. Like I feel like it might come off, and then sometimes it won't. Sometimes it's okay. And then I was like, wild, because that basically described the relationship. And we were like on and off a couple times, so it's weird how she described it like a tire, like a loose tire. Yeah. And it was like very, very interesting. Didn't work out, so wild, but crazy, because story time. So me and Alexis were going to this bar called Kelly's. Yes. And we went there to watch. Shout out to fucking Kelly's. And we went to go see a comedy show, right? Yeah. So mind you, the crowd in this bar is like in their 40s, 50s.
It was an older crowd.
Yeah, it was an older crowd. We were definitely the youngest ones there. Like, basically, when we went in, Alexis literally saw, like, her parents' friends. Yeah. And we did not pay for not one drink that night.
No, it was amazing. We got super wasted and didn't have to pay for shit.
Yes, but before that happened, so me and Alex are walking in, and then this lady's just chilling outside. And then how did she even stop us?
She went up to you. She, like, literally just, like, bombarded you. Yeah. And I just looked at her like, bitch, like, who are you, first of all?
And she goes, Alexis and this lady did not vibe.
No.
Did not vibe at all.
No, we didn't. She, like, ran up to you, and she's like, oh, my God, sweetie. And you can just literally tell that this woman was fucked up.
Oh, for sure. Out of her mind.
She was so belligerently drunk, but she was also so convinced that she was a psychic.
Yeah, she was like, I have a gift. Like,
yes, literally just like that too. Like, I have a gift.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell, this lady, no, you don't. And like, I'm not gonna be an asshole to her. So I was like, okay. Like, and then I just, like, listened to whatever she had to say. And mind you, once we started giving her our attention, she, like, grabbed my wrist. Yeah. Like, she had, like, a death grip on my wrist. And I was just looking at Alexis like, oh, like, this is happening. And I don't know how she started, but she was like, I don't know, like, what's exactly happening right now, but he's not good enough for you. Yeah. She's like, you're lowering your standards. And, like, and Alexis is just, like, so frustrated.
I was so annoyed because I was trying to go outside. And, like, the worst part was, like, Gabby, God bless your heart. But if someone's bothering her and they're that, like, drunk, because Gabby knows that they're that drunk and they're not thinking clearly, she will not tell them to back the fuck off. So I'm literally looking at Gabby, and I'm just, like, giving this woman the dirtiest fucking looks. Like, let us go inside before I literally kick your fucking ass. Like, touch my friend again.
Bro, she was holding on to me the whole fucking time. And the only reason why I gave her the time of day more than I usually would is because even before I got to talk to Alexis about it, like, I was, like, at that stage with my relationship at the time where I was just like, I'm not happy. Like, literally, like, this isn't good enough for me. Like literally, I'm lowering my standards. And it's crazy because I was thinking that, and then she said it.
So you wanted to hear her
So I was like, okay, I kind of believe her because exactly what I was going through that day. So I was like, she's fucking crazy, but she's right.
Yeah.
So, but then she kind of had me for a minute, but then she started going on about how the security guard at Kelly's was the love of my life.
Yes.
And she's like, oh, you're going home with him tonight.
Yeah.
And then literally me and the security guard look at each other and he's like, oh, like, I have a girlfriend.
It was so awkward. Everybody, literally, the woman could not read a room. Everyone was so uncomfortable. And, like, I don't remember what her name was, but let's say it was Patty. Everybody was just like, oh, that's just Patty. And I was just like, well, fuck Patty. Like, get her the fuck away from us. And she totally could tell that I was not fucking with her. And she literally turned to me and she was like, you don't like me very much. And I was just like, oh, it's that obvious, huh? Like, did you fucking read my mind? Or was it the fact that I'm fucking stabbing you with my eyes? I don't know. It was awful. But yeah, you were just letting her go on, and I was just like, Gabby, like, let's go inside. Like, I'm so over this. And literally, we got stuck talking to that lady for, I want to say, like, 30 minutes.
At least 30 minutes.
Yeah. And then she turned to me and she was like, "Oh, you're gonna have fun with somebody. You're gonna find your fuck buddy in this crowd." And I was like, tonight. "Oh yeah, this crowd of freaking like 45-year-olds. No, thank you, Jesus." She didn't even say sugar daddy. The fucking audacity.
I know.
The goddamn audacity.
So she was like kind of off her rocker, but kind of not. I don't know, but it was just fucking hilarious.
I couldn't deal with it. I just couldn't. She was too much for me.
It's okay. I made for a good story time.
It did. You know what? It did. And honestly, that happened, I want to say what, like
2 years ago?
Yeah, no, it was a year ago.
Really?
Yeah, because it happened like before we moved in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the last nights we had of just like us like going out together, not living together.
Yeah.
And it was so fun. We got so drunk that night.
Oh my God. I drove that night thinking like, we're going to have a few drinks, whatever. We got blacked out because we did not pay for not one goddamn thing. Not one.
Got blacked out. That was such a good time. And at Kelly's of all places. Like, I wish you, like, if you don't live in the area, I wish you knew what Kelly's was. Because it's, like, the place where everyone goes. Like, I remember going there when I first was able to, like, get into a bar. And it was just, like, really cool because, like, obviously you're able to get into a bar. But it's definitely, like, an older crowd.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, the dynamic is just super interesting.
It reminds me of, like, maybe one of those pit stop bars that truckers stop at, like,
yeah,
that's the kind of bar it reminds me of.
Yeah, it was so fun though.
Good time. So those are like our experiences with like psychics. But do you have any like paranormal experiences?
You know what?
Like with the ghosts.
I've been told actually that by psychics, which is crazy that we're even still like that we even are talking about this in the same subject, but I have been told by psychics that if I wanted to, I could be aware of like paranormal stuff. But 1000%, bitch, if I ever saw a ghost, I'd fucking piss myself. Like, I think I'd piss myself and I'd literally run outside and scream like a fucking banshee because I can't handle that. I literally cannot handle that. Even if it's like Casper, I don't think I could handle that.
I think I'd say what's up to Casper.
I think if I ever saw a ghost, I'd probably kill myself and be a ghost too. Like,
Then you'd be friends with the ghost.
I don't even think we'd be friends. I think I'd be like one of those loner ghosts that just like haunts people.
Okay, like there have been times where like I don't know if I'm just like paranoid or like what, where in my old house I have just like felt like a presence. I don't know if you ever get that feeling where you think like something is like watching you or next to you, but like there's not. Like I just felt like that, But what I do in those situations is just like, I'm sorry, but I believe in the Lord and Savior. Like, like I don't fuck with like the paranormal whatsoever. So what I did was literally act like nothing was there, don't pay any attention, and it's funny. So that's how I go about dealing with it. So one time I was at my ex-boyfriend's house, and he was downstairs, I was upstairs. We were the only ones in the house. And then all of a sudden, like, all I hear is, babe. And I was just, and like, he sounded like freaked out. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what? Like,
bitch. He's over there trying to tell you there's a murderer in the house, and you're like, what the fuck do you want?
What the fuck do you want? And then he was like, are you down here? And I was like, no. Like, and then he was like, okay. And then I go down. And I go down, and he's in, like, the room, like, freaking out. And I was like, what's wrong? He's like, I think something touched my ass.
Oh my god. Oh, Nick. Silly goose.
Nick. Fucking idiot. I'm like, mind you, like, Nick doesn't have a nice ass. Like, it's like, you know, like, it's just an ass.
You ever seen Scary Movie?
No. Yeah.
No? Never mind then.
All right. Anyways, he's like, I think something touched my ass. And I was like, what? Like, and then I guess he was in the bathroom. And it was literally like a movie. Like, it was like, he was like washing his face or like doing something. And then apparently something touched his ass. And then he looked into the mirror. And I guess he saw like a shadowy like figure of some sort, like go by the mirror really quick.
Fuck that.
Yeah. And then he like looked around, and I guess that's when he called me. So he told me this. But in my mind, I feel like the more you're scared, the more you show them you're scared, or like talking about them, or even paying them any attention, they're going to stick around, or they'll fuck with you more. So I felt so bad to do this to him, and I was like, stop, nothing happened. And he was like, I swear, like, I felt something touch me, and I was like, no, like, you're just imagining it, like, you're fine.
Max is wilding out right now. Sorry about it.
It's like he knows that we're recording.
See, I love when Max is around because I feel like dogs can sense that. And if there was ever anything or anyone in my room, he would bark at it as fuck. And at that point, I'd be terrified. But at least I would know.
Yeah,
you know?
At least you get a little warning.
So Max kind of eases my anxiety when it comes to like that kind of stuff.
That's good. Anyways, so I was like, no, you're fine. And, like, literally, we slept with, like, the lights on that night. It was so annoying. Mm-hmm. But I felt bad because I was like, I'm not going to give in to this. Like, I'm not going to, like, be like, oh, my God. Like, I'm not going to freak out with you because then it's going to fuck with us. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to do all that. Then I'm never going to come back. We might as well break up now.
I hate you. No, I feel like I can't. So I am, like, 1,000% deathly afraid of the dark. Like, I will admit that I'm a 24-year-old woman, and I am afraid of the dark. Hi. Hello. This is me. No, but I don't know what it is. I've always been afraid of the dark. Like I said, I have really vivid dreams. Mm-hmm. And I used to have this dream when we lived at our house. We lived in an apartment in Diamond Bar. And I used to have this dream literally all the time that this thing, I can't even tell you it was a ghost or a person or what, this thing would literally chase me up and down the stairs. And it was a reoccurring dream, and it was like the most terrifying thing ever.
Was it big?
It was big. It was like not natural. Like, it was not normal. And so till this day, I can't sleep in a pitch black room. Like, I don't like to go like camping or like anything like that because it's fucking dark. Yeah. And like, if I do have to, like, let's say I go to someone's house, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, can you leave the TV on? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, if they don't and it's just dark, I'll literally just lay there with my eyes open. I won't get like any sleep.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm not even like in that
like
sense trying to be dramatic. Yeah, it's like I literally cannot, like, I can't sleep.
That's crazy.
Or if, like, when I was staying at my parents' house, after me and Bucky had broke up, I was staying in my sister's room. My sister's room didn't have a TV or anything. So I literally would set up, like, my laptop, and I would put on some fucking Netflix, and then I would fall asleep that way. And then, if for whatever reason I wake up in the middle of the night, and it's just, like, you know, Netflix is like, are you still watching? Or whatever the fuck. Yeah. And there's no lights on. It's, like, there's fucking silence, just dead silence. I will literally go out of my way to, like, wake up enough to turn the TV back on. And, like, I can't do it. There's something so eerie about it that it literally freaks me out. And I feel like when it's pitch black, I, like, can see things. and it just freaks me out.
Okay.
I just can't do it.
I've had that moment where it's like I'll look at like, you know how like you could like put a little rack on top of your door and like hang coats or like jackets or whatever. I've literally had that moment where I'll just like randomly wake up and like look at my door and it'll look like someone's like standing there because like the jacket, and then I realize I'm a fucking idiot and I'll just like go back to sleep.
No, see, I can't
But
do
I
that.
learned like I used to not be able to sleep in the dark either. But then like I honestly got a little older. My cousin, she could only sleep in the pitch black. And I would always, like, spend the night and, like, hang out with her and stuff. So I literally, like, learned to deal with it. So it doesn't really bother me.
I can't
honestly.
do it. I literally can't do it. My, Bucky, he used to be able to do that. And then once we had started living together, I literally was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm sorry. I can't do it. And it's like, literally, you know how when you, like, take a picture of something and then, like, you see those white, like, dots afterwards, like, if you have the flash on? Literally, I'm not even fucking with you. Like, if I'm laying in the dark for long enough, I'll start to see, like, shit. And it, like, freaks me out. And I don't know if it's, like, a mind over matter thing. Like, I'm so fucking scared that my mind is just, like, making up shit. Or if it's, like, I really can't see shit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, but it freaks me out, and I don't like it. So I refuse to watch scary movies because I literally will sleep with all the lights on in the whole house. And that's not an exaggeration because I've done it here before.
Scary movies, I can't do it.
You can't do it?
I can't do it because I think whenever I watch any kind of movie, I'm one of those person that like wants to analyze everything, like the story. Okay, what are the like, you know, like I just want to study everything that's going on in the movie. And especially, I took like a cinema class, so now I kind of know how to do it. So I just always intensely watch movies. So with scary movies, you can't do that.
No.
Like, oh my God. So
I
get so much anxiety watching scary movies, I can't handle it.
No, literally, let me tell you guys a goddamn story. Let me tell you guys. Me and Gabriella are sitting on our couch. I was like, let's watch this movie. She says, okay. What movie was it? Was it Parasite?
Oh, no. It was the one where the boyfriend plays her for her money. Remember?
Oh my God, like, something about Grace. What was it?
The Love You Give or like something.
No, it was
a Tyler
Grace.
Perry movie.
It was a something Grace movie.
I don't know.
But it was a really good movie. But
Not
super
even
suspenseful.
really, yeah.
It was more suspenseful than anything.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, we're watching it. And I'm like, I'm really good about suspenseful movies. Like, for the most part, I can get really into them and be okay. It's more so, like, the paranormal or, like, the fucking demonic shit that, like, really freaks me out and I refuse to watch. But, like, with more suspenseful movies, I can, for the most part, handle it. So I'm sitting on the couch, and of course, like, I'm sitting there fucking nervous because, like, there's a scene that I just know, you know, the music's leading up to it.
Yeah, it's the music. It's the fucking music.
And, you know, it's just
and
like,
then they were in a basement. She was sneaking around.
You know something's about to pop the fuck off.
Yes.
But this fucking bitch, we're sitting on the couch, and something pops off, and she screams literally louder than the girl in the movie. Like, literally, she screams, and jumps. Like, her whole body, it was like she freaking, like, low-key just, like
my
got
spirit.
shot. Like,
My soul left my body.
Literally screams, like, throws her body in the air, which makes me scream and throw my body in the air. Like, if I had a bowl of popcorn in my hand, there would have been no more popcorn because it would have been all over the floor. And I was like, what the fuck?
I get
like,
scared.
I literally turned to her and I was like, you literally scared me more than the fucking movie did. And the worst part is that wasn't the last time that she did that.
And it's never going to be the last time. I can't handle scary movies. Like, I will scare you more than the movie.
No. See, my thing is, okay, so another little short story. We had went to the movies in a group setting, and this was before I had met you. Mm-hmm. And I had went with a bunch of friends, and we were supposed to see one movie, and we got there, and they were like, "Oh no, let's go see the movie As Above, So Below." And I was fucking pissed because I was like, if I would have known, I just wouldn't have come. I wouldn't have come to see the movie. Like, the thing is I know what I like. And I know what I don't like. And if I don't fucking like it, I'm not going to participate. Like, that's it. It's easy as that. You good?
I don't know if they heard that, but excuse me, I burped. It's the wine.
It's the wine for me. But, so we went to go see this movie, and, like, I had went with my ex, and he was like, come on, like, don't be like that. Let's just go. I was fully prepared to literally watch the fucking Care Bear movie in another fucking theater by myself. I was fully prepared. But he was like, no, don't be like that. Like, come on. So I go to the movie. Everybody's watching it. I literally wore a hoodie that day, thank God. And I kid you not, I forced myself to fall asleep before the movie started. Like, the credits were running, and I forced myself to fall asleep. And I did not wake up until the credits were rolling, like, at the end of the movie. And then he turns to me, and he's like, did you like the movie? And I was like,
he didn't even notice that you were asleep the whole time?
I think he did, but he didn't think I was sleeping the whole time. Like, I think he thought, like, maybe I just, like, wasn't really looking. And then afterwards, I was like, I don't know, how was the movie? And he was like, wait, what? And then I was like, yeah, I told you I was not going to watch that. Like, I fucking told you. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, yeah, no. I don't fuck with that kind of stuff, like, at all. It freaks me out. Especially paranormal stuff. It's just not it for me.
Honestly, I always bring, like, a big bag to, like, the movies, whether it's, like, to bring snacks or, like, drinks or, like, whatever. But if for some reason I'm going to watch a scary movie, in that bag, I will bring a small Yoda doll. Like, it's a little embarrassing, but I gotta do what I gotta do. So I literally use that little stuffed animal Yoda as a comfort, and like it's a little mechanism. Because it's either I hold Yoda and chill myself out, or I'm gonna bother everyone in the theater and scream my head off.
So, noted for next time. Make sure she has her baby fucking Yoda when we watch a scary movie.
Yeah, if I don't have my doll, I'm going to freak out.
Wild. At least you have something that can calm you down. Like, honestly, I don't think there's
anything. I need to be wearing a big-ass fucking sweater.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I just can't do it. Scary movies are not for me. No. Kudos to anybody who likes them, but fuck you at the same time.
Yeah.
And then I'm always, like, somehow, I don't get peer pressured into doing, like, serious things like drugs and stuff, but 1,000% I could get peer pressured into watching a scary movie, and I just want to kill myself. Like, as soon as it's
when,
over.
like, all the Paranormal Activity movies came out.
Oh, my God. I literally only seen the first one.
Everyone watched them.
I only seen the first one, and after that, I was like, no. And they were like, it's not even that scary. I was like, bitch.
Honestly, I was kind of, like, attached to, like, the storyline a little bit. It was scary as fuck, but I was like, I kind of want to see where this goes. So I somewhat watched it.
No. That's just not it for me. It's just not. No.
So moving into, like, not fucking with scary movies and all that, what are some of your fears?
Like, my biggest fears?
Yes. Like, what's your biggest fear?
I feel like my biggest fear would probably be something that's, like, super just random, like, or not random, but, like, that, something along the lines of, like, never being successful or something like that.
Okay.
But as far as, like, fears, like scary fears, I am deathly afraid of snakes. Like, I don't know what it is. I've held a snake before, but I don't know. I feel like they're the devil's pet. Like, I don't know. Not, like, actually, but they're just, like, disturbing. Yeah. Like, they freak me out. And zombies. I hate zombies.
Here we go.
I just, fuck you. Okay, I don't judge you for your goddamn fears. But I really feel like zombies will walk the earth someday, or some form of, like, what a zombie could be. And best believe when that day comes, I will not live to see it.
Look, I don't care that you're afraid of zombies. That's fine. It's what you're going to do to yourself if the day comes that zombies walk the earth that bothers me.
Let me tell you. If I have to choose between offing myself and getting eaten alive, which one do you think I'm choosing? If they're the type of zombies that don't eat me alive, then maybe I'll reconsider.
But what if you could find, the Walking Dead status and get, like, a group of people and you just travel the land and protect yourself?
Let's really think about the kind of person that I am and really consider if I'm going to be one of the fucking badass bitches that makes it to the fucking Holy Grail land, okay? Let's really think about this.
Holy Grail land.
Let's really, really fucking think about this for a second.
I don't see you scavenging for food.
I wouldn't make it 2 feet. I wouldn't even make it outside.
I thought you were going to say 2 days.
No, I wouldn't even make it outside. Like, the second I go outside, there's going to be somebody waiting for me. I already know. Because I think, too, it's like, I think what would scare me about it, too, is, like, let's say you turned into a zombie.
Okay.
I don't think I could kill you in order to save myself. So I'd rather just kill myself. You know what I mean?
You should at least have the decency to kill me so my soul could be free. And then
your soul should be free.
Oh no, they're walking.
I don't know how zombies work, and that's what makes them scary.
Hypothetical situation.
That's what makes them scary. Okay, I really feel like it could happen, Maybe not to the extent of, like, what people, like, exaggerate them to be, but I feel like it could happen.
Okay, let's say for some reason you don't off yourself. I'm saying just let's say.
All right.
What is your weapon of choice?
I would say a gun, but then if I ran out of ammo, I'm fucked. So I feel like I would really have to learn how to, like, weld a sword or something. Like, I need a fucking samurai sword, some nunchucks, I don't know. Knock him right in the head. That's how it works, right? Like, if you hit him in the head. Maybe a baseball bat, I don't know.
See, I have an exception, though. So if they're, like, the slow-moving zombies, I think I'll survive. I have a chance. But if these motherfuckers sprint, like in World War Z, yes. I'll off myself with you.
Thank you.
Because fuck that.
I think if they're the slow zombies, I think maybe I'll attempt to live.
Yeah, if they're the
just
fast
know that
zombies,
if my life is ever threatened, like, I'm not going out like that. I'm not. It's so scary. I'm not going out like that. I think zombies and like demons are like the scariest things to me.
Yes.
Like, things that I can't see freak me out.
Okay, so yeah, that's probably my biggest scary, like, type fear. Yeah. It's like, it's the shit I can't see.
Mm-hmm. Like, who knows?
Like, I know people have, like,
really?
fear of, like, bitch. I know people have, like, fears of, like, murders or just, like, you know, whatever. It's just valid. Like, that's a very, like, scary thing. But, like, for me, it's, like, the demons.
Yeah.
Like, if I can't see you, it's like, damn, how do I, like, defend myself?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I'm always about, okay, like, how could I defend myself? Like, I'm always, like, looking around. Like, I'm very vigilant. So, like, you know, for the shit I can't see. But that's why I just go into, like, my defense mode. Okay, like, the Lord. Like, the Lord, dude. That's why I just always have my faith. Because it's just, like, you never know when shit's going to test you. Whether it's, like, you know, the people around you or, like, the spirits around you. Like,
you need Jesus.
You need Jesus.
100%. Yeah, no, I don't fuck with that stuff. I think that's probably, yeah, those are like my top 3 biggest fears.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Scary.
Do you have any other fears?
Other than demons? Honestly, not really.
Good for you.
Mm-mm.
What a life to live.
I hate when my feet get grabbed. So,
what?
I don't know. So, you know, like in
scary
movies, like,
yeah,
say,
yeah.
like, you know, there's someone, like, hanging their feet over the bed, you know, and, like, it's just, like, the camera kind of, like, acts like they're underneath the bed and you could just see the feet. Or, like, in shark movies and they're, like, on their surfboard and they're just kicking around their feet. Like, I don't know what it is. But if someone were to grab my legs, I would freak out.
Yeah.
I'd have a panic attack. Like those movies where the girls or guys get, like, dragged off and their fingernails are, like, clawing at the floorboards, like, making scratch marks. Like,
Ugh, yeah. That happened in Paranormal.
Yeah?
Ugh, yeah.
No.
That's not it.
Yeah. Like, best believe if I ever feel anything grab me, someone or something is dying.
Just know, if anything ever grabbed me by my feet and dragged me out of bed, I think, like, I would force an aneurysm. Like, literally, in my head, I'm just going to be like, die. Bitch,
I fucking can't with you. I think I would just start punching the air, bro. Like, I don't care how stupid I look.
I'm just like, I don't know.
I think if I had a chance to get away, I'm sprinting to church. Yeah. I'm sprinting the 3 miles. Like,
that's fair. Yeah.
In my PJs with no shoes the whole way.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not stopping until I get to church.
It's definitely fight or flight, and you're fight and I'm flight.
Dude, it's crazy. I realize that I am, because I feel like you never really know until you're put in the situation, because a lot of people are like, yeah, like, I fucked them up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you don't really know.
Yeah.
And one time, we were in the backyard, and our neighbor, Ryan, he's kind of, like, tall, and then he was just, like, and him and his wife, Stevie, were just, like, walking by, and and I think he just popped his head up, and he was like, hey, like, you know, like, but he scared the shit out of me. But when I say, like, my hands, like, went up, like, boxing mode, bro. Like, they went up so quick, and he was like, whoa, like, it's just me. And I was like, shit. Like, bro, like. So I definitely realized I'm, like, a fighter, like, for sure, till the death.
I don't know. I think I'm a flight. But then at the same time, I really think if I was put into those situations, I might fight. It's really situational. Circumstantial.
Circumstantial.
I really don't know. Like, I really don't. I joke around a lot that I would just, like, kill myself just to avoid literally any conflict. Which is, like, not funny, but it's, like, it kind of is, though, because I really, like, think I would if it was, like, if I had to choose between dying by somebody else's hand or my own. But, like...
I think if I was willing to let Alexis be mad at me for a couple months and play a prank on her to where she got scared just to see how she reacted, like, I want to know how she'd react.
I think if you ever did that to me, just know I'm planning on haunting you after my death. I just want you to know.
Like, I just want to see how you'd react. Like, I want to see if you'd fight or, like, hide or whatever.
If you ever did that to me, I'd kill you.
I would disappear. I would disappear. You wouldn't be able to see me.
I've listened to all the crime podcasts that there possibly are. I know how to get rid of a body, okay?
Bitch. Then I'm going to haunt you. Then it's going to be worse.
You know what? If you haunted me, I think, like, I would know it was you and I would just laugh. I'd be like, good morning, bitch. So, segment. What is or isn't your cup of tea? Are you ready?
Yes.
Are Ouija boards your cup of tea?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Goddamn! Got us some Sanders and Sisters right here. Yeah, no, I can't even believe that they sold those at Toys R Us. They used to sell them at Toys R Us.
Sick.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yes, dude. You used to be able to go. They sell them at fucking Target. You could go down the toy aisle, literally. Like, it says, like, on the box, it says ages, like, 5 and up, 6 and up. And you could buy that at your local kids' toy store. And I can tell you right now, if anyone ever would have got that as a gift and I saw a fucking Toby for the rest of my life, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I really wouldn't.
See, if someone brought that into my house, first of all, you're never welcome back.
Yes.
Second
and
of all,
that's fair.
Yeah. Second of all, if they opened it in the house, I'd immediately, after I kick them out, throw that shit in the trash, and we'd have to sage the house.
No, literally, we'd have to move out. Maybe burn it down. I don't know.
Maybe burn it down. I mean, we ain't got the renter's insurance though.
Oh, so. You're right. No,
Yeah, I don't fuck with them.
I know.
And it's so funny. It was like years ago. So one of my old friends, so her house, high key, had like, or has, I don't know, someone there. Like a spirit, a presence. And I think they said, like, they think it's, like, a little girl or something. Like they used to literally hear, like, something running up and down the stairs all the time. They're like, oh, it's just, you know, them, whatever. Like, they're used to it. So, and she had, like, and her family's, like, super into Halloween. It's, like, awesome. Like, it's crazy. It's awesome. And they had a Halloween party one year. And we were all in my friend's room. It was like a big party. And we were all in there, and they brought out, like, the Ouija board. And, like, I was younger, like, more naive, like, oh, it's just a Ouija board. But, like, the fact that we were doing that with an actual spirit in the house, an actual presence. Like,
nope.
What were we thinking? And it was just, like, it was kind of funny because anytime, like, we'd ask a question or, like, do whatever, like, someone would bang on the wall or just, like, make the slightest noise and everyone would freak out. So it was just, like, kind of funny. But, like, now that I think about it, what the fuck were we thinking?
Yeah, no. I have never fucked around with a Ouija board. I will never fuck around with a Ouija board. And if I am fucking around with a Ouija board, I'm possessed and get a priest.
No, I'm going to give you a priest, and then maybe in a couple years I'll check on you.
No, literally, like, burn me at the stake. It's not me. It's not me.
Bitch. If I ever see you with a Ouija board, just know I'm freaking out now.
Yeah, no, I would never touch a Ouija board.
Okay.
Ever.
You heard it here, folks.
So if for whatever reason I do have that, like, get some help.
So Lex and I we are gonna have something for Halloween.
Yes.
We're gonna have a little shindig. And if anyone dares bring your Ouija board, we're no longer friends.
Literally won't talk to you ever again. And if you think it's funny, like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not laughing. I mean, I am, but, like, I literally won't talk to you. Like, I'm not even kidding. That shit freaks me out. Like, don't bring that. Don't be disrespectful.
The disrespect.
I'm saying it
so,
right now.
Do we even need to ask if it's your cup of tea?
1,000 and 1,000,000 and 1,000,000,000,000%.
Infinity? No.
No.
Not our cup of tea.
It's not my cup of tea. I don't think that they should be fucked with. I don't even think that they should be bought. No. No. It's a hard pass for me. It's a hard pass.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no. Wild. What an episode. What a fucking episode. So we started a different segment, our last episode, and we're going to keep it going. And I feel like this advice of the day is really helpful.
And I feel like it's on theme with, like, you know, spooky season. It's on theme with this episode, talking about all this scary stuff.
Yes.
So I think we have a real solid piece of advice for you today on this episode.
Yes. And what that advice is, if you feel alone, just watch a horror movie before you go to bed, and you won't feel alone anymore. Let's really think about that for a second.
It's so true.
It really is.
At least for me, because I turned into a paranoid fucking bitch after I watched
Let me tell you, it was one of the first scary movies that I ever saw. And there's one scene in specific where his head pops out of the drain in the shower. And mind you, it's like a shower in, like, the gym. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it's like one of the showers in, like, the gym, like, not a gym, but, like, yeah, like a gym at school or whatever. So it's like a big drain. It's like a big open space. But just know, I kept my eyes open throughout my entire shower, staring at the drain, soap in my eyes. I did not give a fuck. I was like, I could fucking see through it. I'm over here, like, crying. But literally, I was like, I am not looking away from this drain because I know his head's going to pop out.
So I guess that kind of answers my question. For some reason, whenever I take a shower and, like, I'm washing my hair, I don't feel comfortable closing my eyes.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why. I know I'm alone. I know there's no one in there. But for some reason, I cannot close my eyes long enough when I'm in the shower.
No, I literally, like, will start to freak out.
Yeah, me too.
I just, no.
Something about it.
No. I'm telling you, shampoo in the eyes, conditioner,
we
face wash.
We going blind before.
Like, literally, oh my God, if I ever went blind, I don't know what I would do.
Why would you say that?
Because you just said we were going blind.
Yeah.
And it was like a joke, but it's like, I think if I ever went blind, like, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I mean, I would have to get used to it, like, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I would do with myself.
At least you wouldn't care about your appearance anymore.
I don't know if that's true. I think I would have to hire a makeup artist.
Literally. I think, you know how you can make yourself useful, like, to, like, the makeup industry? You could let people practice on you.
Fuck you. Be like a live doll. Fuck you.
You practice on real skin, and it'd be great.
What if it came out bad? No one would tell me.
No. I'd be like, wow, like, you look so good.
If you ever lied to me like that, I can never trust you now.
But how are you gonna know?
I can never trust you. I'll know. Because I'll hear you fucking laughing in the background somewhere. Wow. That's foul.
That took a turn.
That did. For the worst, too.
The very worst.
Can't trust you now.
Noted. All right. Well,
I think that's the episode.
Okay, everyone. This spooky season, COVID edition.
COVID
Please
edition.
stay safe.
Yeah.
like, are the youngins even going trick-or-treating this year? Like, is that not going to be a thing?
I don't know.
That's so sad.
I really don't know.
Little kid. But anyways, be safe, everyone. Like, practice, your safe measures. Yeah. And I know, like, we're gonna have a thing, but it's like, by all means, if anyone's the slightest bit sick, like.
Well, not only that, but it's like gonna be coworkers and like people that we literally work with on a day-to-day basis.
True.
So it's like
very true.
If we were gonna get sick, we would get sick with them.
We'd get sick regardless.
Yeah.
Working.
So, but yeah, everyone, please stay safe and
have fun
during this spooky season. It's a scary, scary time right now. So just lock your doors, sleep with the lights on,
hide your wives,
keep your eyes open in the shower. Just kidding.
And keep your eyes open in the shower.
I'm just kidding.
No, love Jesus.
Just living life and loving Jesus.
Just living life. How are we not going to be Tiger King Carol Baskin?
Dude. If my hair was still blonde, we would do it.
Dang.
Oh my God. We should have fucking done it. Next year, you know what? There's going to be a lot of Tiger Kings this year, I believe.
There is.
So next year, that's our year.
Yes.
Like, fuck a couple's costume.
If anyone has any ideas of what me and Lex could be, like, I think it'd be cool if we went, like, a funny route.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my God. If you were Tiger King and I was Carol and Oomph was
a tiger.
Howard.
Howard.
Just as a tiger.
Oh, shit.
What a fucking throuple costume right there.
Iconic.
I'd die.
Yeah.
I'd die.
It'd be great. So I guess we'll just end it here.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in and listening, everyone. And again, we're available on
Spotify,
SoundCloud,
YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, and then a couple other ones that I don't remember, but I think those are like pretty much the main ones to listen to. But go listen to us. If you can, subscribe to our YouTube. That's where we kind of like look the most for like activity. Mm-hmm. Even if you do listen to it on Spotify or like whatever the case may be, that's where we kind of like, I feel like, look to the most, just in general. Our next episode is going to be episode 10.
Episode 10.
We don't know what we're going to talk about yet, actually, which is kind of crazy, but we definitely want it to be something iconic because it's the 10th episode.
And I feel like that's like a big milestone for us.
Yes. Like it's been 6 months, but you know what? We're finally on episode 10.
Well, you know what? We're on episode 10.
So God bless. We made it.
But so we'll try and make it a little special. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. We probably won't upload next week because we're going to be prepping for like Halloween. But the week after, I would say, would be more realistic as far as when we'll post our episode 10. Mm-hmm. So you could look forward to that. But again, don't quote me because I'm also a compulsive liar when it comes to when we're going to upload. But yeah, thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
And happy spooky season.
Oh yeah, happy spooky season. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.